Back. Good morning, and Tashi Delek. So Garchen Rinpoche, he has been here since early this morning preparing for today's very special empowerment. So he is going to take a short break and he will return. And then we will start today with the much anticipated empowerment for the Fivefold Path Mahamudra. And just a tiny background as to the Fivefold Path Mahamudra. This is actually a Drikung Kagyu specialty. And when I say specialty, I mean as if you are going to a fine restaurant and this is the dish you order. This is our special empowerment, our special teaching. And to have Garchen Rinpoche here today to do the empowerment for you all is just a blessing. So when he returns, we will begin. And let's just have a beautiful, very, very positive day. Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you.
Charge Simbo Nanden Torwan Setri Sidang Wang Xuala, Wondro Set Gogra, Wang Karishina, Wondro Gogri, Wondro La, Ane Tang Wondro Ningbotan Sosaya, Dipajaya Chadi Yori, Ane Tig Taptela, Kazan Bunzo Tang Yorola, Bunzo the Saganda, Mango Seju the Kidi Yori. Today, in the Mango says you the new Shunga Lagri. Carson Mango of Hurisena, Seva Jonga, and Marzibe, Seva Jut the Chade Yoroa, or Dorje Palmo to Sindi, Sechu, Sharap the Cha, or Tegela, Jovan Jitin Sun Gombo, Ane Gobolu Katnam 2, or Kumo Kunyang and then Lord Yeja Check Chimberi, or today in the tea to Jane the Kid Yore, Kushawa he Kapsu, and Sandale, Sevan Yushu, Ala, Xingxia, Indu, Loma Tang Pushin, and Besorwa Tamne, Gumuni, Xingxia, the Yushu Dun, Xingxia Ware, or today Indu, and Kong Xingxia, Renkala, Denshu, the Insimini, Yushu Ala Nango Yo, Songri, or Tendesi do, and Jugum Gyobe, Namchu, La Hurela, Manchu, Sendao, Yushu Akan Chopa. Lord Yejas at the Shin Tawari, Ane Jig Tu Tang, Ane Chuju Peter Gagani, Jugum Anchu said the Hira Hamugova, the Chadi. We need to see now, Mamchu said, Ane Ming Teshung, Lord Yejas at the Shin Diore. Today into tea on the Tandang to Jabjin Garchin was a Sendua, or Kong Gars, Candela Way Sena, Lombon Garke. Or that drew a chardy or tender into Ane Jugum Jovan Jikan Sum Gumbu Kapsu, Gart Tamba shooting Lagrilla, tripped up on me, or Ane Jovan Jikan Sum Gumbu, Chilen Ranyami, somewhere Conta, Chilen Yamba, or Tandane Padu, Logi, Urum Nala, Jugum Derab Senting Dana, Quentin Art, Kulu, Mavamba, Kanchola Pepe Logi Tenesum Doga. or Tene Kurap Tamjela, Mixig, Ane Jig, Tunju, or Tunju get them Nala, Chaji Chamber Sha Denke, or Tendela Machi Chadiore, Ane Tande Tuzula, Manzu Purik Samen Chingrava, Ane Jig, Tug and Penjon, Tende Chicken Nala, Ane Tangone Kran, Nanju and Ingo, Chamta Ningji, or Sungdun Jungni, Ane Tunju get them Bala. Or then Jungam Yonzi Sha de Yore, or today into T Lamate, Juanji Den Sun Yango, Tuxi, Tering, Shive, Nushunga, Saranda, Nushunga Tayang, Ane Chikia Le Lao Marawa, Nushunga Layang, Sapemba Kidindua, Sapemba Tanima, or today in Sondu, today Pusum Sowa Chikte, Danger Nela on Yunjumba. Jovan Jikan Sum Gombo Tang, Ashi Drome, Chilling la Dene, Tabatamse la Dene, Chung de Chadi Yore, Ane Tende Yendung Anzu, Kogab Sambon Della, Ane Wonju Sote, Bunzo, Legua Trumni, Tering, Ane Uji, Chadi Chembo, Andin Wang, Karis and Andin Sena, Tambo de Changju Sem, Changju Sem Domba, Niva de Sanga. Yidam Haya Wang, Shadi Chimbo, or Sumbate, Ane, Lame, chilap lame nenjor lama kuihe chugu longu chugu ngo niku o di chilap la tene ani tunju je temba rumbo chete ani chilap ke jiba manya baji godu ani tele tene rikwa kuihe ngo tu ne chaji chenbu torwang o di ke gangla ani ngowa chaji chenbu ngowa o di nganden torwang segre ani ngema 있는 중국가주 그 semchungwang senduwa 강단 중국가주 그 돈주 그 댐베게 닝버지 차대요래 어떤데 인도 티초의 가르르서나 동아 숭주게 냠는 그 닝보 찍도 돼봐 덴토 찍도 상제봐 차지 전부 생겨라 안되면은 민미인 송리 어떤데 인도 차지 전부 동아 숭주게 냠는 그 왕대 들은 왕남게 안에 중국가주게 돈주제 라마 잡진가체는 뭐체 공부 제수 체랑 패디요래 아니 단대 보카 강체게 종라 주주 레스메와라 라마 상지메 잡아 마음보 중요로와 등권 천천라고 차라는 뭐천라고 오다지 되게 라마 망체 다고 시월 시행네 다른 뭐제 단된 지된 감수 휴대게 보게 라면나라 안에 머랍티게 안에 지 투몽마이베 라마 어떤데 차대요리 어떤데 연두 간주 푸순 소베 튜인달라 디 카르스나 지된 숨게 공부하때 통파베 겐드인스 숨요리 파베 겐드인스데 콩게 톡데 주거라야 제요 말이 안에 콩게 톡데 rumbo차라야 나요 말이 콩게 톡데 파베 겐드인라 나요리 어떤데 인도 달링 안주디 아리 룽발라 라마 게시 데데 숨쉬서지 펜도와 본대양 안주 레당 모람 선남게 안데 중대조지레마도게 다가시 지 레라워춘의 차요 말이 아니 내라마 펜된게 참마 조조 용케 아니 라발로미야 타치 연케 어떤데가 라마 냠네 용게 잔데 차디요리 어다지 텐데 땅아주 디 로겔로 쇼네 안에 게시만 뭐 패요래 안에 땅아주 야와름 붙이게 토그 공바테 수주 리메 송여러 수주 리메스데 켈람네 리메차 카보러 안에 딘데 지다 지글 냠도 덴지게 강라 몰람 냠도 도야다 수주 리메스 야와름 붙이게 협대야 차디요래 어떤데 인도 아주 프로젝트 지그레니에 가세 패배요나 수남 셴보 연바직탕 대당 저베 아주 원초베 관이 수남 셴보 연바 원마히나 마리베 안데 추르바 세드라와 어떤데 인도 교환시 된숨 공부 나도 송데 소사 탐기 히 소바리 어떤데 인도 아주 드링 고감데 자쳔보 연바 뒤주데 자쳔보 연바我提出个英国人吧，我听得起참에 토라 샤로치 아니 나랑 저 프로젝트 쪽에 네 사진들 쪽에 진행 가르를 있잖아 나도 법에 아마다 보메르테 카다 대신 양조 한로 강에 되게도와 어떤데 인도 법아다 법에 라마 대신 여호 용약체도 미국 tinde지 차대요래 어때마도 라마 벤조 용케 생년다 용케 망보지 법아당 카다 양보 차송나 안지대 미간 로탕이나 먼저 이제 용세다 가르쳐 보라와 어떤데 인도 보레당 보마마당 법에 라마 타녀시야 어디 미국 직대 어떤데 송는데 추비요래 어떤데 인도 안에 가서 대증그 윤례 속소는데 학생 남다케 튕겨라 때네 아니 분선 저와지 단다 중단 중 힘바랜도와 달라야 아니 닝타화니 아니 투지체당 먼저 버링게 레딩게 투소 아니 먼저 지금까지 수도원이 텐데 람도 세파 송나로시 먼저 가르르스나 파츠 즉 겁다 많고 바직당这个유미베케 강에지 용되기도와 텐데 인도 먼저 다지 파츠 선난케 삼지 휴게요 tende indu porik namba te petenge chamala ane je nganzu jesu yerang ta gadin che ta ane ngarang chu pola ngomya nambe chuji yore nangju te yang nganzu ji chongje ge mo cha ma song ba one ya gendun len chopa man ngalong le jimba wada tende ge so gyun sang bu ke da ji sungye zam ji 원通呀这个做我送的我听的是这个有嘛都给当地的人做这可靠那样让我谈好听的早年的茶叶嘛的我听的人都俺做谈的家门的做些的期间忙不起配有的我听的对人俺做爸爸做这个是reclam chone inare ane ji susu ge chole khujap che cho inare laman je cho inare ane tusu ji ngan sem na hya kon du ma do ki pena tring song ro ji tang de du yang ram ne sia se yang ro da nga se de hyuk sem bu chi ne ma re ri ka nge ki yong du ane chik te se ka nge yong de gen do lama lam bu ya lama la ko zo kan de yo cho ten kan de sin de ta sa de sen ge yo ma re ang hala cha me hi wan de yo ngala thong ma de ban de yo nge du nge de cho kin ro ho ten de ke se chang ya cha de ge do ho ten de yin du ane chang me sab zo na ro chi se hue yin ta hi de le
Please silence your phone， 先把手机关静音，谢谢。
There is a car. What happens to the car? Oh, it's a car that needs to be moved that is blocking. So Dashidele, good morning, Madama friends. Most of you actually are all Dharma friends, but there might be a few new Dharma friends here. And so if there's anyone amongst you who has never ever received an empowerment before from any Lama and any lineage, if you have never received empowerment before, could you please raise your hand?
사바는 왕시 받을 수 있는 똑같은 그런 거를 가서 사실 왕 신이 그만 되시니 요래 가서 저거 된다면 요래 대 중심으로 이 왕시 받을이 다른 느낌이나 그 왕하고 그래 왕시 받을 따라하시는가 아마는 요래 무슨 약간 내가 좀 나온 분이 시간이 오면 무슨 말로 같은 나온 이제 다 싸워니 그런 말이 그런 분이 자꾸 요 말이 이렇게 인상을 좀 입고 답을 줄지 그런 입고 오는데 답을 줄로 담지 지원이 왔처럼 있어요. 뛰어나서 제일 내도 그런 마음인가 대입을 드는 왕시가 근데 빨리 보고 해서
That is excellent, even if it is just one who is a newer disciple. But so now what makes someone a new disciple, or having or not having received an empowerment before, really depends on having or not having received an introduction to the meaning of the empowerment. And so many of the older disciples have received many different empowerments before, and then still there are some practitioners who have all kinds of doubts and thoughts about receiving an empowerment. And so some people say that you shouldn't receive too many empowerments, and some say that you should receive empowerments. So it is important to really understand the meaning of the empowerment so that we don't make a mistake here. So in general, it is good to receive an empowerment because the essence of any empowerment is really that the empowerment is a way to receive or achieve some kind of freedom or independence. For example, all of you live in a free country. So just like that, we receive a form of freedom. But even though we live in a free country, we do not actually have a lot of freedom over our experience of happiness and suffering in this world. And we have no control over that. And so in order to achieve true freedom, it is necessary to possess knowledge of both traditions, the mundane tradition and also the religious tradition. And the various religions in the world, they find a way to achieve happiness in future lifetimes, from lifetime to lifetime. So there is a general acceptance of past and future lives. And understanding that, we achieve a kind of a freedom or independence when it comes to avoiding suffering and achieving happiness. So that kind of freedom one certainly needs to gain, that kind of empowerment one certainly needs to achieve or gain.
소장님 저 같은 양왕이나 저를 라왕과 통는 저기들 라왕이야 요소리 여기들 저를 내일 와요 내일 보고 그러다 약간 내려고 내일 보고 책으로 삼아 가진 직장이 우리 말이 기억 통이랑 많은 배우고 왔다고 요 말이 그때까지 초등학생들 저에서 사실이 좀 어떻게 와요 사실이 이런 말이 저 소리를 나왔는 말이 남다 남이 있어 근데 사탄 상신이 나와서 그래서 한이 남서 저도 나왔는데 우리 나왔는 동사를 해서
So in this world, we want to achieve a form of freedom or independence, and that is the purpose of receiving the empowerment. It is to achieve freedom to attain happiness in this world. And so then often people ask me, who actually is a person who really has achieved such freedom? And where can we find such freedom? And who is it that has not received such freedom? So, for example, in this world, science has developed, and nowadays, actually, as science develops, it actually approaches the Buddhist view more and more, and that is especially due to His Holiness the Dalai Lama's kindness and his compassionate activities. And so, due to that, actually, science meets with the Dharma. And so in this way, we have ways to find methods to achieve happiness or freedom within this lifetime. And so to explain it in simple terms, for example, in this world, in the past, we have had the world wars, the First and the Second World War. There has been a lot of suffering in the various countries in this world, to various degrees. But then, if one were to ask, does everyone suffer equally in any such a place or region in the world? For example, when we look at the First and Second World Wars, actually, even though there is great suffering, not everyone experiences it in a similar way. For example, there is some of the World War generals that are still alive today and are still sharing their experiences, their stories. So there is always a difference in experience. Even between two siblings of the same parents, for example, they do not experience the same kind of happiness and suffering in their lives. So what the Buddha had taught is that the freedom to achieve happiness comes from the causes. We achieve freedom based on the causes. So especially the vehicles of the individual liberation and the bodhisattva vehicle are ways to achieve freedom based on creating the correct causes, the right causes. If the causes are not created, then we also do not have a lot of freedom when the result is already ripening. For example, if there is a wildfire breaking out today, then there is nothing often that we can do. Even if science has developed, a country cannot do much to help the people sometimes, and many are being burned. So once the causes have been created before, when the result is ripening, there is often nothing that can be done about it. So the Buddha had said that all phenomena arise from their causes. And that is what the Buddha had explained as being the nature of things. So it is nothing that the Buddha had actually created. It's not an invention of the Buddha. And so this path, the Buddhist path, basically consists of a longer path and a shorter path. And the vehicles of individual liberation and the bodhisattva vehicles are the longer path. And the secret mantra or the Vajrayana path, that is the quick, the swift path. But in general, in brief, the actual purpose or the meaning of an empowerment is to attain that kind of freedom or independence, and that is attained based on its the correct causes.
교토를 나오는 것이 되다 다른 남들을 추적하기 저기 선제가 요래서도 시에서 숨설문 인사를 말이 그게는 약고 제나라는 거 약고 차용하다 이것도 보통 그런 것도 차용과 그래서 하나는 등급이 얘를 이렇게 추적하다 상가 추적들 세계로 그렇게 말 추적 보고 세계 가리 세계로 추적하기 중간에 이 사람이 중간에 있는 중간 가려서 나한테 성대 나한테 추적 제대로 중간에 용용을 나빠하는 추적을 다 가려 나 또같이 나 제대로 진짜 진짜 요를 되게 때문에 그거를 또 다른 추적을 양 일반 마음 땅도 요래 대외 추적되어 보면 이 사람 다시 세면 되는 것도 그런 거죠. 이걸 취 좋은 말이지 누가고 중물이 미국 중물이 아자라는 건 진짜 추락 가리도 없고 삼지고 내가 내가 저다 때마다 사지에서 뭐나 찍다가 내가 저때 가리 내장 치 주변에 봐라 삼지를 들어가대 삼지를 이제 저 동남아로 가지고 왔더라 삼지에 자치고래 저 사지를 때문에 보지 주택들 다 보지 않지 어째서 능력을 보고 상태에 다 보지 않지 다 제출을 다 출력 약고 미라 상태 약고 말이 다 약고를 출력서 상태 약고는데 다 출력고 말이 그래는 출력 기반 인지 고요래 그 다음에는 다다 라는 소리만은 딱 탐지를 성월이 자가 공만하게 여자서 뭐 마음과 탁 그러면서 라는 소리만 나는 완전히 이런 말이 대외나들이 라는 소리만 나가 적고서한테 진피선에 보면 말이 나대 소리 좋아서 너무 참치에 나기는 동안이 송을 대하고서는 오 저리 손을 나오는데 내 doctor 안 줄이고 다 저 손을 나오는 것도 상하구나 때리 다 나발이 작동주는 좋다 안에서 때 사촉 상하게 받았자 때 가리서 잡혀도 쭉 상태에 대해서 뭐 손을 상태에 대해서 안 다운 말이야 되는지 상태에서 손을 잡아 상태에서 손을 잡는 상태에서 손을 줘봐를 머리도 놓고다 버리고 이 상태에가 상태에 대해서 material이 내가 그때와 돌아왔어 타톡들이 상태에 싫어하는 이 타톡 상태고만 더야로와 대성 거를 나부처럼 어떤 소리니까 소리를 되어서 저기 상태 특별한 일들이 더야로와 저 손으로만 봐서 그래서 달라는 소들만이 남과 용서거든 뭔가 찡찡 것들이 소바 제세가 마고 원하냐 복선 양선에 다 상태 보이지 상태에 나오는 게 그래서 말이야 대회나들이 출력수가 상태를 하고 늘 똑같은 싸우는 내가 이런 거에
So we are finding freedom or independence based on the correct causes. And so now regarding the various religions that have appeared in this world, there are different things that they share in common, and often there is a lot of disagreement, different opinions, but actually there is some common ground that we can find. And often when people say that there's a lot of harm caused, a lot of conflict caused by the religions, and that is why I don't want to follow a religion, it is because when we only care about ourselves, then that leads to a lot of suffering. So basically what all the religions really agree upon is that if you treat others well, then you will experience well-being, you will be happy. If you treat others badly, then you will experience suffering. So we can probably say that they find a common ground on the basis of that assertion. All religions really actually explain that. So some people have some reservations when it comes to practicing or following any religion, because they see the various faults, that the conflict that it can also lead to. And whatever fault there might be, the reason why it arises is because of selfishness. And so that is why people create conflict. And then people do not want to follow a certain religion. But then the fault does not actually rely in the religion itself, but it is because of the selfish mind. And that even might happen in the various Buddhist traditions. If there is a grasping at a self, if the self is important, then also there will be the other. And that will lead to a lot of conflict and unhappiness. And so for this reason, some people say that there's a lot of conflict in the name, created in the name of religion. And so again, the fault does not lie in the Dharma or in the religion, but in the way that it is practiced by the various followers, by the practitioners. Because what we actually call the Dharma, what actually is that? The Dharma really is nothing else but love, a loving kindness. The one prayer that all Buddhists make is, may all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. So what's the cause of happiness? The cause of happiness is that mind of love. And if you have love, for example, anybody else, like even your cat or your dog or any other person wants to stay close to you. So what the Buddha really had said is that love is very precious. Therefore, you should hold on to it. So if you want to experience happiness, you need to hold on to love. And that is what we call the Dharma. So if you say that the Dharma is bad, it is just like saying love is a bad thing. But if you think that love is a good thing, then naturally you're saying that the Dharma is a good thing. So in brief, we can say that everyone really, in essence, needs the Dharma. But then there is a right way to practice the Dharma, of course. And it is explained, for example, in the 37 Bodhisattva practices, which is a practice that is practiced throughout all the different Buddhist traditions. All the past great masters really have practiced the 37 Bodhisattva practices. And so one of those verses there says, all suffering without exception comes from wishing for one's own happiness. The perfect Buddhas arise from the altruistic mind. So basically, all our suffering comes from the self-grasping mind. And if you only understand that, then you have a way to achieve happiness based on creating the correct causes. You have attained some kind of freedom. And so that is what we need to understand with that term freedom. Freedom is attained by creating the right causes. For example, if you receive the refuge vow, you are told that now you are being protected from today onwards until attaining enlightenment. So how does that happen? It is because when you take refuge, you are told that from now on, you must hold on to love. You must not give up love. And if you do not give up love, you will be protected. Because if you do not give up love, then you will also naturally practice generosity, ethical discipline, patience, and so on. And as a result of these actions, you will achieve all the qualities of the higher realms. For example, a precious human body, wealth and possessions, and so on. So all of the happiness, even in the temporary sense, arises from love or loving kindness. And then also, ultimately, the ultimate state of freedom, the state of enlightenment, that is achieved also based on love. And then based on love, you practice meditation and you develop wisdom, and that leads to enlightenment finally. So that is really what we basically call the Dharma. But so even in a temporary sense, any slight happiness that you might experience must arise from love. So this is how we achieve freedom based on creating the right causes. And that is really the essence of the 37 Bodhisattva practices. So within Buddhism, there are many different teachings. In fact, we speak about the 84,000 different Dhamma teachings, but they all really come down to a single essential meaning, a single practice, and that is to develop love. And so therefore love is like a precious jewel. And that love actually is considered as very precious in all the different religions and different Dharma traditions. So if you understand that, then there will be no more doubts or reservations in your mind when it comes to the Dharma.
그래서 다 개포리 프라마리 버들이 소타도 상신 라니 소비 만들도 요래 대외를 라면 무슨 카타 많이 봐더니 고소리 계속 이렇게 무슨 양은 놈들이 답답이 취지를 표현을 막고 그랬더니 동네 대화를 좀 쳤대나 다음에 동네 당인제 쳐봐 다들 동네 당인제 쳐봐 이죠 남이 뭔지 쳐봐 대화에서 대화 좀 무시해서 대화 저랑 그 동네 저랑 거 그러나 동네 저거 내가 배워봤다 다도 대화서 가리 내가 배워봤다 다도 동네 당인제 이 싸워서 가는 거 뭐랑 포도 야 그래서 그 메시지가 제가 좀 보소 그래 저 뭐나 디바랑 다디네 레이 하고 이 싸워 가는 생각 지도 잘 대하고 누구가 문제 잡았다 레이지데 그래서 내가 배워봤지 동네 제가 배우려고 상상 다도 대화 누가 스마트 대화 저 상관된 거 접수 받으래 내가 배워봤다 다도 대화서 이 동네 나로 시대 새로 배우려고 그랬구나 빨리 말보면 비상하고 초수 이가는 미티지를 공소하는 그 같이 자루나 서로 이 레벨을 하고 야 잘해서 그래서 나 솔직히 초수들이나 나 레상성 내가 저는 어디 상태 저리 나 상태에 다 보자고 보고 상태에 상태라는 거 보고를 해서 이 학원들이 남들랑 세부터는 나만 들이 상승상하이 동치바리 최고랑 하고 거래 되는 그런 것을 보봐라 제주 최고리 요리 나 총리 답이 주는 순간에 이는 오조까지 되는 기고 좀 오조까지 레스 너가 포칼 레리 뭐다 내기 요리 시작하면 대매회는 다 오 추가 파마를 독자 아까서 땅을 하시자고 말이야. 이거 이게 가려 패거리 라를 내 주죠. 얘도 되네. 나도 집에서 패봐요. 얘도 내가 패봐. 다도 내가 기와 세라도 태어가. 이제 땅이 있지만 원통화들이 다 나는 소비만이 동물이 이제 서로 가서 이렇게 직접 이제 가서 많이 패인거든요. 그러니까 데려가서 메이면서 야, 이걸 서서 저때서 가서지 지금 몇 종류는 좀 가요는 고도 돌아를 고도 나 그게 여기라니 소비만이 풀고 예전에 마사바타들 피하요래 대학교 다타들 주로 꽉하고 나 나니 소비만서 어찌 대충 통서 어찌 때나 그랬더니 그때 내가 도망하는 나라 내라니 소비만 그래야 되니
So in general, the general freedom that we achieve based on the Buddhist practice is really contained completely within the 37 Bodhisattva practices. And so now saying that is not just something that I say because I know about it, but actually it comes from a real experience of having experienced the workings of karma, cause and effect. And through the actual direct experience, I really found that nothing is of greater benefit than the practice of the Holy Dharma. Because the practice of the Holy Dharma is a method to transform suffering into happiness. And so if you understand karma, then you will be able to accept whatever suffering you experience currently, because you understand that it was created by certain causes, that I myself have created these causes. And so you're able to recognize that you're responsible for your own happiness and your own suffering. So understanding the workings of karma, you will be able to accept the suffering you experience now, and you will be able to avoid creating more causes of suffering for the future. So understanding karma basically means that you're creating a temporary benefit and an ultimate happiness. So what's the temporary benefit? The temporary benefit of understanding karma is that you will accept whatever suffering you experience, because you understand what is the root of that suffering. The root of any difficulty lies in my own afflictive emotions, within my own mind. For example, if today someone steals your money, then you will understand that that's because in a previous life I have stolen myself. And what is the root of stealing? Why do we steal? It is because of greed. So you are able to recognize the afflictive emotion within your own mind, if you understand the workings of karma. So that's the temporary benefit. Benefit also because you understand then that actually, even though that is a difficulty, that suffering is actually beneficial ultimately. And so then understanding karma also leads to final happiness, and that is because now you understand that happiness arises from cultivating love and compassion. And if you understand that, for example, this morning, it will already benefit you in the evening. For example, in the morning, the early part of the day, for example, somebody steals your money, and an ordinary person might get angry at first and might even want to press charges and so on. But if you understand karma in the later part of the day, then you will consider, actually, that is my own karma. And by experiencing it, I am purifying my own negative karma. So that's a good thing. Even though I have lost my money, I'm still purifying my karma, and that is a good thing. And then, as a result, you will not get angry at the other person. So in that way, you understand that now everything that arises is your own karma. Or for example, if you experience some happiness today, you also understand then that that also has a cause, and that is the mind of love. For example, the happiness between two friends, two companions. That is because they are happy together because they love each other. So this is how you can find freedom within, that is within your own mind. And that is really the essence of the Bodhisattva vehicle and the Vajrayana vehicle. So in these vehicles, first and foremost, we must receive freedom within the mind. Actually, amongst the Tibetans have really one good quality, and that is that since they're very young, since a young age, they are already learning about the Dharma, they are familiar with the Dharma. And so there is this Tibetan proverb where we say that if things go well, if I'm happy, then it is due to the kindness of the three jewels. And if things go wrong, if there is suffering, then it is my own karma. And so with understanding that, actually they are able to close the door to much more suffering in their mind, knowing that that is just karma. And that's actually one quality that is missing often in the Western mind. For example, often people say, for example, when I was young, my parents treated me really badly. So now I'm depressed and I want to kill myself. And people say things like that. But then, really, what is the benefit of entertaining the past? We need to think about what has created this kind of suffering and create the more causes of happiness in the future. So this is how there is if you understand it in the morning, for example, it benefits you already in the evening. So the ultimate happiness then is that if you create those causes, then not only will you be able to accept the suffering you experience now, but also in all future lifetimes you will experience happiness from lifetime to lifetime. So in the beginning of the empowerment, the first point to be understood really is that essential point of the 37 Bodhisattva practices. And the 37 Bodhisattva practices is really what I distribute wherever I go. Actually, I do not have a lot of good qualities, but I'm traveling to many places, I'm meeting many people, and wherever I go, I feel that I don't want to waste people's time, but I want to do something to benefit them. And here I am not having a lot of great qualities, at least I have to do something good for them. So I'm really afraid of not making best use of people's time. And so therefore I'm distributing to them the 37 Bodhisattva practices, because to me there's really no greater medicine than the 37 practices. And so the 37 practices I will also offer to you today. If you have not yet received one, you can receive one today. Also, they were actually sponsored by many benefactors. Often people ask me, what can I do to help you? And then I mostly respond, please print those 37 Bodhisattva practices, for example. Make those little books. They really are very dear to me. And so this is how we first attain freedom. Then the first way to attain freedom, to understand the freedom of the mind, is really, we understand that based on understanding the 37 Bodhisattva practices. And so today we are receiving empowerment, and Lord Jigten Sumgön had said the difference between the sutras and the tantras is the empowerment. And so we also said there is the swift path and the longer path. So the sutra path is the longer path, and here on that path one practices mainly bodhicitta, and as a result of that, gradually throughout several lifetimes, one gradually progresses along the various bhumis and the paths to enlightenment, and finally one achieves enlightenment. And so then the Vajrayana is called the swift path, and that is because by practicing the Vajrayana, one may attain enlightenment in a single lifetime, in a single body. And so, how is that accomplished? So first of all, within our mind, what needs to be cleared away is the self-grasping mind. And it is cleared away by giving rise to bodhicitta. And bodhicitta is what the sutras and the tantras share in common. And then even though you cultivate bodhicitta, there still is that grasping at the ordinary body and the outer form, and also your ordinary speech and the outer sounds that you hear. So there is a grasping at the forms and sounds that appear to you. And in order to purify these fixations of ordinary grasping, in the Vajrayana we practice the Yidam deity. So first we cultivate bodhicitta, and then on the basis of that we practice the Yidam deity and we recite the mantra. And that is a unique practice to the Vajrayana, the secret mantra. And so we visualize the Yidam deity because ordinarily we hold on to this idea that we identify with the body, and actually that's not what we really are. So in order to clear away and to let go of this grasping perception, we visualize the Yidam deity. So that's the special quality of the Vajrayana, the deity visualization and the mantra recitation. And so today's empowerment is like an introduction to that actually. So we are receiving the empowerment to the fivefold path of Mahamudra. And some people think that this is a practice of the Jigong Kagyu lineage, but that's actually not true. Actually, those different levels of 5 steps on the path are practices that are done throughout all the different Buddhist traditions. They all practice it essentially because, for instance, all the different traditions practice bodhicitta. And in the Vajrayana, we all practice the Yidam deity as well. And then we also practice Guru devotion because the blessings, the root of all blessings is the Guru. And then also in order to realize the ultimate nature of the mind, of all phenomena, we practice Mahamudra, which is the 4th step. And then in the end, we always dedicate our roots of virtue. So actually, naturally, as we practice, we always, in whichever tradition we are, we follow those 5 essential points. It is just that it was, in the Jigong Kagyu lineage, it was compiled in this way to make it convenient to engage in practice. Pagmul Rupa then transmitted it to his disciple Lord Jigten Sungden in these 5 essential points. But actually all the different Buddhist traditions also practice them. And so therefore, when you receive this empowerment today, actually you can from then on practice whichever Yidam deity. And again, on the other points are the same too. For example, bodhicitta is practiced in any tradition. And so it really is an empowerment that really can be applied to many other traditions, all the other traditions as well. So you can then really engage in any other practice. So next we will continue with the historical account, the history of the empowerment.
Mandala offering. Yeah.
May all sentient beings, limitless as space, be established in the state of the Dharmakaya Ratradharam. Therefore, take refuge in the Guru, the glorious protector, who embodies all sources of refuge. Listen with a pure perception, seeing everything that appears and exists as the deity and the Guru, and with a sincere wish to receive and then practice the essence of this Dharma empowerment of the fivefold path of Mahamudra, called the wish-fulfilling jewel. The great scholars and accomplished masters explained the unsurpassable secret mantra in numerous ways in accordance with the mental capacity of tameable ones. One of these systems is the bestowal of the Dharma empowerment of the fivefold path of Mahamudra by the perfect Buddha, the great Lord Drigungpa Jigten Sumgön. Practicing the actual meaning of the empowerment, which are the instructions on 5 essential practices, is the root of all paths. Glorious Pamodrupam condensed the meaning of the 3 scripture collections and the 4 classes of Tantra into the practical format of the fivefold path. He then taught them to an assembly of 5,000 excellent monks during a Ganachakra feast offering. While no one in the assembly was able to understand the profound meaning of his instructions completely, Lord Jigten Sumgön received Pamodrupa's full enlightened intent, just as one vase fills another. He realized that this practice has the power to pacify all illness and obstacles, such as the 5 negative influences, which are the outer obstacles, the 5 diseases, which are the inner obstacles, the 5 poisons, which are the secret obstacles, and so forth, in this and future lives. And he saw that all the qualities of the common and supreme accomplishments will be obtained without hindrance. Based on this knowledge, he then explains the deep and profound meaning of all the instructions he had received from his Guru, the Lord of Dharma. The fivefold Mahamudra is the great treasury of his teachings. The first and last 2 points are practiced in all vehicles collectively. But since the 3 points in the middle are unique to the tantric system, one must receive empowerment before engaging in the practice of the fivefold path. The best method to ensure that one will not fall into the path of lower vehicles is to give rise to a mind of love and compassion that is free from all stains of selfishness. The mind of bodhicitta that is set on supreme awakening. Precious bodhicitta is a mind of unbearable, great compassion for all sentient beings, limitless as space, who are tormented by karma, afflictions, and suffering. It is a wish to liberate them from the miseries of samsara. Precious bodhicitta on the ultimate level is beyond the reach of the rational mind. It is the state that is primordially without arising, ceasing, and abiding. It is the total pacification of all mental elaborations. In reality, our so-called impure body is the pure illusory form of the deity. All aggregates, elements, and sense sources are the mandala of the deity. The physical world is the immeasurable mandala palace, and all beings within it are gods and goddesses, primordially unified with the form of the deity. Your own body is glorious Harukam, whose form is empty by nature and appears as the natural expression of compassion. In the Tantras it is said, the manifestation of innate skillful means is no other than glorious Chakrasambhara. These stages of skillful means are superior to all others in that they reveal the innate Lord, the primordial wisdom of empty bliss. The life force of the path is devotion to the Guru who possesses blessings. The Guru embodies non-dual primordial wisdom, the 3 kayas and 5 wisdoms of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. He is an endless wheel of display of enlightened body, speech, and mind, guiding sentient beings limitless as space on the path of ripening and liberation for as long as samsara exists. He guides on the path to realizing primordial wisdom. He represents the enlightened intent of all the scholars and masters of India and Tibet. And thus it was taught by the Acharya Nagarjuna in his collection of commentaries. Through devotion, one attains confidence in the view of Mahamudra, the nature of mind, which is like a spotless sky where the clouds of thinking have dissolved into themselves, and which is entirely free from all falsehood. The practice of natural liberation is to sustain, like a flowing river, the state of Mahamudra, which transcends the intellect. Polishing the jewel of one's roots of virtue with the 2 accumulations is the supreme method to bring forth the inexhaustible treasure of everything desirable. They should be sealed with dedication that does not distinguish among the three spheres. Bodhicitta is not limited to a particular frame of reference. The form of the deity is the unity of appearance and emptiness. All surroundings are the manifestation of the Guru. Mahamudra is the undivided state of empty awareness, and dedication is entirely free of the three spheres. On the basis, the fivefold path of Mahamudra strikes the vital heart of the five afflictions. On the path, the 5 signs of accomplishment will be attained. The 5 kinds of negative influence will be pacified, and the 5 classes of beings will be tamed. As a result, the 5 wisdoms will manifest. In general, samsara originates from the interdependence of the afflictive emotions. The antidote is the interdependence of complete purification. If one understands the crucial point of interdependent arising, the afflictive emotions and discursive thoughts will themselves become the path. If one does not understand this vital point, it is possible that the practice itself, such as the generation and completion stages, will become an obstacle. Aware of this danger, the Mahasiddha Virvaka taught that since interdependence is of vital importance in the practice of secret mantra, one must receive empowerment, which is the basis of auspicious interdependence on this path. Thus, the Dharma empowerment of the fivefold path of Mahamudra is bestowed as a consecration. The Mahamudra Bindu says, according to the instructions of the Great Secret One must receive empowerment at least once before engaging in its practice. There will be no siddhis without receiving empowerment, just as no oil will come from pressing sand. Thus, to engage in the practice of the fivefold path of Mahamudra, that includes the essence of both the path of sutras and tantras, it is surely necessary to receive empowerment of the highest yoga tantra. Furthermore, through the practice of the Guru, who possesses blessings, all negative habitual imprints are purified completely, and the supreme siddhi is attained in this very life. Thus, the great Dharma empowerment of the fivefold path of Mahamudra is very meaningful. The Wisdom Accomplishment Tantra says, the vital essence of the intent of the 4 classes of Tantra that will lead to perfect completion of the stages and paths is to receive the 4 empowerments from the body mandala of the Guru. The transmission lineage of the accomplished Gurus is unbroken and undefiled. The great Lord Trikongpa's tradition of mastering the essential points of the auspicious interdependence of consecrating body, speech, and mind with the seeds of the 4 kayas is flawless. The instructions have remained undefiled. In the Dharma empowerment of the fivefold path of Mahamudra, it is said that the practice of the Yidam and Guru Yoga is the ultimate accomplishment of the oral lineage. The core essence of the empowerment is the confluence of 4 authenticities: the authentic instructions of the Guru, who possesses this lineage; the authentic transmission of the Buddhas; the authentic experience of the yogins; and the authentic history of its origin. It is the greatest glory of all the scripture collections of sutras and tantras. Logical analysis provides clear evidence that this practice leads to great accomplishments. Yet the direct experience of these oral instructions is the greatest ornament. The blessings of this practice are extremely powerful. It is the treasure of instructions of the Buddhas. Thus it is endowed with 5 sublimities. It is the quintessence of all the Buddha's teachings, the sutras and tantras. It is the way of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. It is the secret path of the Siddhas and Bodhisattvas. It is the heart essence of the ocean of instructions of the great secret. It is the close path to attaining enlightenment in this very life. It is the elixir that transforms the afflictive emotions into the path of enlightenment. It is the supreme method to abandon attachment to appearances. It is the mirror that reveals innate primordial awareness. It is the supreme medicine that transforms the 5 poisons into wisdom. So then next, I think that in the space before you appears Principal Yidam Chakrasamvaram, and think that all the other deities, the three jewels and the three roots and so on, all gather around Chakrasamvara like massing clouds in the sky. And then think that in their presence you take refuge and you cultivate the motivation of bodhicitta. That is the motivation for receiving this empowerment. You should think that I am receiving this empowerment in order to bring all sentient beings to the state of enlightenment. So with that in mind, we will repeat different supplications.
Namo Nasi Nambate Lamala Nasi Yinyansa Sowa Dep Kamsam Yonruda Sowa Dep Sowa Ontoka Sowa Dep Ye Yin Ovala Sowa Dep Nasam Jumila Sowa Dep Chimbe Shila Sowa Dep Tevadanila Sowa Dep Loa Chomzela Sowa Dep 나 생일 라모 조빨 신지럽 준이 이제 내로 조빨 신지럽 생드네 사지에서 조빨 신지럽 론데 주거 똑발 생기로
English. Please repeat in English. Namo, I supplicate the completely pure Guru, who is everything that appears and exists and that arises from the ground of phenomenal existence. I supplicate you, may I become completely liberated from the three worlds. I supplicate you, stir samsara from its depths. Lord, wish-granting gem, I supplicate you, grant your blessings that I may realize the inexpressible nature transcending words and thoughts. Grant your blessings that I may actualize the wisdom of superior knowledge, embodiment of love. Please grant your blessings. Grant your blessings and protect all beings. Grant your blessings that I may recognize the nature of mind. Grant your blessings that I may realize the nature of all phenomena. Grant your blessings that I may realize my mind to be primordially awakened. Grant your blessings that I may recognize the Dharmakaya, transcending thought.
자야 짝도 와는데 이게 제나모 불선제 산지의 삼피티 꽃송토 이선매배 이시제 모월절바 토끼상 뽕바 본양바 점마성지 마우베 제라마 아마 남담 예담 정코지 라소 남바이시 추종을 성마남라 짭스치오 상계라 짭스치오 슐라 짭스치오 개비나 짭스치오 나타 승진 탐체지 득바당 득바 탐지 닭발은 제도 솔 세상 속에 마대 주바 내노바 기바추 니바다 동아 가진바추 만든가 소 탐지 여자 세신 민용말 내도 소 오워 취재 헐 회지 접견 유마세 나삼시주 연례대 예림보체라 찬살로 우당누미 혼대군 세미격가 미발레 건더성볼 주바예 라미 주베 주바지 라지 탐제 도상제 고성주지 주바라 타말루마 이선지 주바르바 토로샤 라지 도레 상제생 라미 곤조 수보라 수보당 도와 끈제 리와라 닝미가베 양고 자세 유드 상제생 독배상첩 토바남 표제 콜로 꼬전네 독근상제 탐제솔 뚱바 독제 제모남 냥인가월 강제바 문제상자 공주라 냥인만다 주발솔 다다도와 마류배 유성사회 기와당 눈에요배 기와디 로굴라미 자석 녀토토
To the Supreme Essence Kaya, the mind itself, spontaneously present and uncompounded, inexpressible, beyond words, knowledge, and thoughts, transcending the scope of the dualistic mind. To this precious Lord, I bow, I present the unsurpassable Samantabhadra offerings, everything substantial and insubstantial in samsara and nirvana, arising from within the mind itself. I and all others are truly Buddhas. The three kayas are spontaneously present. I confess and lay aside the confused perceptions of ordinary body, speech, and mind. Self and others are primordially Buddhas. I wholeheartedly rejoice in the virtues of all beings and the unsurpassable three jewels. I request the bodhisattvas who will attain enlightenment soon, and all those who have already attained complete enlightenment, to turn the wheel of Dharma and thus bring all sentient beings to the state of Buddhahood. I beseech the compassionate Buddhas and all those dwelling in Nirvana to consider their previous pledges and to not remain within Nirvana by the virtues accumulated in the three times by myself and all beings without exception, and by the primordially inherent virtue, may all sentient beings swiftly attain unsurpassed enlightenment.
통로로 주변으로 전소로들은 인도 지성부에 생긴 상태도 너희 tangible 고방도벌사 대저도 람도 뭐하면 그냥 사람은 라는 번은 받는지 받대 지도서 다 선택이 보통 로아도 왕이가 사포는 갔다를 해서 다 지지를 못하고 알아더니 다또 받다도 필요 로아로 마크로 해서 사마된 지지를 로아들이 내가 더 이상 사도 사기고 막 그런 로를 다야 주제 상태에 좋은 걸 해서.
So then with regard to the first of the 5 dharmas, Lord Jipen Songkhan said, if the horse of love and compassion does not run for the benefit of others, it will not be rewarded in the assembly of gods and humans. Thus apply yourself earnestly in the preliminaries. And so Buddha nature is beyond coming and going. It is like space, clear and empty. And now, for as long as, even though we have that nature, for as long as we cannot separate from the self-cherishing mind, it is like you're riding the worst of horses. And that's the terrible horse of selfishness will bring us down into the 6 realms of samsara. And if you give rise, on the other hand, to love and compassion, then that is an excellent force. And that excellent force of love and compassion, that will bring you, first of all, temporary to the higher realms, and ultimately to the state of enlightenment. So you should ride the best of forces, that is a mind of love and compassion.
이거는 사바지 갖다 가리 사바지 돌아 기는 가리는 데가 이 세상이 세상이나 세상의 강력한 세상들이 사바하다 말이지 강이 됐나 사바지 자식 좀 가리를 써놓다마 유속이 사지에서 쓰는 사지 사바사들이 그랬다 그렇지 삼바지 다른 사지에 공방 마탑도 사게 사바는 세와요 거기 그래서 사바는 그거 따라져래 나한테 자본가로 자야 돼서 이 사바는 그거 맞아 삼지에 시바티 나 지금 로드 민 삼지 사바티 자본주의 약치를 뜻하는 그 삼지라고 그러면 삼지도 가까워 살아요 말이에요 삼지 생기적 삼지를 생기적 내에서 소마테 비즈니스 모든 많은 것을 많은 게 시적으로 세팅하는 사제이고 그게 사제에 나디게 내가 사제에 나디는 이미가 하고 그랬지 그래서 말해 그 자기 참 세상 기사 쏟아 가세 그 사람 사람이 되는 자 세상 제일 자 상태에서 왜 상황을 기서 말 근데 요관이 좀 낙사들이 코로나는 거죠 이제 코로나나 코도 되게 이파도 받아고 철랑도 받다는 거예요. 탑바닥 탑시기 탑소 로마시 가서 그때 저기서 뭐그 나와서 나와서 생기 걸 가지고 가서 상태지 그 상태를 제가 지켜요 말이에요. 다 가지 송송 가서 기하는 말은 하던 세와서 괜찮아 그치 파마 보고 되고 싶어 파도 보다는 그래 찾아서 차려요. 한장 빈채와리 다다른 주인시와 해당 문제고 다른 해당 문제를 해당 가와 근데 해당 보고 보야요 말이 다른 이제 해당 보고 다른 있는 거 해당 도성 뭐만 거기서 주인시고 다다른 해당 인고 다른 다른도 다르고 제로도 세고 통나니 원도 다 특히 성을 두고 있는데 그래서 딱 다서 대시당을 다 삼바 다시당 다섯 번째 성공을 세기가 통마 되게
So regarding the first point, so whatever you might want to call it, mind of bodhicitta and so on, what we are really talking about is a mind of love. And so now when we speak about love, how can we really actually recognize it, and what first of all contradicts or opposes love? What spoils or destroys our love? What destroys love is a mind of hatred, of anger. And love is so, in order to understand the significance of that, is you first need to understand like the implication of that when hatred destroys love. So that implies that it must be something very precious. So how valuable, how precious is this mind of love? And we say that the Buddhas, after 3 times, they have accumulated merit and then they have attained enlightenment. So what they have really accumulated is actually nothing else but love. From the moment they first recognize love until attaining enlightenment, what they only have accumulated is that mind of love. And that is what we need to give rise to. So this mind of love is like heat or warmth, and the self-grasping mind is like an ice block. And so for when warmth arises and you never separate from the warmth of love, then gradually the ice block of self-grasping will melt and then merges to be one with the ocean water. And that is what we call enlightenment. And there is no other enlightenment than that. That's what we call enlightenment. And that is what we mean when we say that Buddhas and sentient beings have a single basis. They are actually one. In the Samantabhadra prayer it says there is a single basis. Or elsewhere it says, and the Buddha said, all beings are actually Buddhas. So your mind is actually Buddha. That is, if there is no self-grasping, your mind is Buddha. When there is no self-grasping, you understand non-duality. And so what opposes love, what spoils love, is our anger, our hatred that we have towards those enemies that hate us, those adversaries. And so now when we say that we cultivate love for everyone, now you should really think about, can you really love your enemy or not? And that is mostly very difficult. For example, when somebody hurts you, instantly you get very angry at them. And it is because someone has hurt you that in return you get angry. And so, first of all, from the perspective of karma, when you hurt others, you're really actually hurting yourself. But from an ultimate perspective now, it is when you get angry at them, that is really what cuts through, it severs the life force of ever attaining the state of liberation. And so therefore, in the very beginning, Lord Jigten Sumgön has said, give rise to love and compassion for those enemies who hate you and those obstructors who harm you and so on. Because if you're able to love your enemy, then you really are able to love anyone. And so to love your enemy, you first need to understand why actually is he my enemy. It is because in the previous life, that person has been someone that loved you very much, someone that was extremely kind to you, like your parent or like your friend. And then even though that person really loved you, you in return, you treated them badly. And as a result of that, now in this life, they appear as an enemy. So actually, they were someone that was very kind to you. And in fact, they are also very kind to you right now. Because right now, through that enemy, you are able to even recognize the anger in your own mind. And actually, the anger is always really there, but you never really recognize it. And it's through the enemy. The enemy triggers the anger, and now you're able to clearly see that. It is because of that enemy, I can see my own anger. So therefore, that enemy is actually very kind to me. He has been kind to me in previous lives, and he's kind to me right now in this life. So actually, also Jigme Lingba had said that when seeing when seeing the true nature of the enemy and the obstructor or like the evil force, then the hindrance actually becomes an enhancement to your practice, actually a support to your practice. And so in this way you recognize, first of all, what the enemy really is. The real enemy is actually hatred, and actually the enemy, the so-called enemy on the outer level, is someone who was very kind to you. And in that way you are able to develop love for that so-called enemy. And so that is how we first in the beginning develop a mind of bodhicitta.
아무 그렇게 나와서 가지고 이빨을 잡대 서말 이렇게 이 텐서로 이제 선택해서 공부를 해. 양대로 이제 참들어.
So we will read together this prayer by Thich Sumgön, those enemies who hate obstructors who harm me and so on. We do that 3 times, first in Tibetan, secondly in Chinese, and thirdly in English. And while we recite that, I also meditate on the meaning. All mother sentient beings, limitless of space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness and be free from suffering. May they swiftly attain precious, unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment.
아, 삼마디 따쳐버리죠. 콩말에 탈을 다치기로 옮기는 탈거예요. 마원 형아지 삼티 찢기나 깍 들리기 나디가 말이야. 나디 이거는 삼티가 말이야. 대하고는 다 문바 산족센데 내가 돌리겠대와 내 성주가 보고서 내가 돌리기와 사족 사기에 공부한테 삼티를 안 해도 대하고 방아지 사고를 좀 무마신지 있대요. 내가 반주 빠지기 무슨 왜 닦고 자니 다마게서 들어가서 닦고 자니 다만은 그렇게 좀 새끼 좀 하고니 대체들 다 대체들 그냥 당고 맞선 그래서 색고 그래서 공부를
So now I've recognized that love is very precious, and through love I will attain the state of liberation. So attaining liberation really means to become liberated from the self-cherishing mind, this concept of an I that exists. And you will see that when you give rise to just one moment of love, in that moment there is no self-grasping. And likewise, in a moment of self-grasping, there is no love. So first, we have developed an aspirational bodhicitta. And so here first, we develop the aspiration, thinking that, understanding that love is the cause of birth in the higher realms. It closes the door to the lower realms, and ultimately it leads to enlightenment. And therefore, I must develop love. That's the aspirational bodhicitta. And then the engaging activity bodhicitta is then to think, now I must really hold on to love. I must protect the love by practicing patience. And then engaging in practice, for example, if you just recite a single Mani mantra, then you would think, I'm dedicating that for all sentient beings. And so that is the essence of the engaging bodhicitta. And again, you will read the prayer related to that, the next prayer, which we again will recite 3 times in 3 languages, and again meditate on the meaning. For that purpose, until Buddhahood, I will use body, speech, and mind for virtue. Until death, I will use my body, speech, and mind for virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will use my body, speech, and mind for virtue.
성마제에 빠지는 말에서 그와 것이가지 삼바의 유인데 삼바 세계까지 성마제에 빠져라 땅에 가르쳐 나가는 건 땅이지. 온도선다 삼바지 맛이 빠지는 말에서 그와 것은 이 체도 랑을 말에서 맛이 빠져 좀 더 빠지나 맛이 빠져 좀 거지. 다 맛이 벌써 뭐 특별히 맞으면은 그런 로직 내가 다지 그냥 타는 이자 찾을 거를 또 마지막에 다리 가서 나리 소문을 통보하는 세기 속대다 소문 좀 말로 되는 다와지야 나게 jam이 너무 나게 소문이야 이 사람들 잡아래 그렇게 해서 이제 다른 게 왔으면
So now just first we have said until attaining enlightenment I will apply body, speech and mind to virtue, and so that is to think that I will give rise to love and compassion, immeasurable love, until attaining enlightenment. No matter what difficulty I encounter, I will not forsake the three jewels and immeasurable love until attaining enlightenment. And then the second, we have said, I will apply body, speech, and mind to virtue for as long as I live. And so that refers to whichever vows you can take with body and speech. You think it to yourself and think that that is the vow I can take. And ideally you take it for as long as you live, or if not, you can take a vow for a year or for a month or even just for 24 hours. And so you take whichever vow and however long you're able to keep that vow. For example, you can take any or all of the 4 root vows, or refraining from any or all of the 10 non-virtuous actions, or just take a single vow. Just holding a single vow actually has many inconceivable benefits. So such practice is called the engaging bodhicitta. And so then if the consciousness, your own mind, develops love, connects with love, then it becomes the deity. And that is because on the basis, by nature, your mind already is inseparable from the deity. And if you give rise to love, then your mind really is actualized, manifests as the deity. So the next practice, the next point is the practice of the Yidam deity. And for that, first you should develop a wish to benefit sentient beings. And then from within that wish, you visualize the form of the Yidam deity. And so what is important is that it arises from this wish of benefiting others. because only then the form of the deity will be a wisdom deity. If you visualize the deity with a wish to protect yourself, then it will only become a worldly god. And a worldly god can only provide a temporary benefit, but cannot provide ultimate protection. It is also explained in the 37 Bodhisattva practices. And so for the Yidam deity, you can visualize any Yidam deity actually. There are many different Yidam deities. And actually all of the Yidam deities gather in a single mind, and that is represented by the syllable Hum. It is said that within the expanse of primordial wisdom, all the Buddhas are one, and that is represented by the seed syllable Hum. So you can visualize that syllable Hum representing the mind of all the deities, of all the Buddhas, at your heart level inside a fire flame, or just visualize the Hum. Close your eyes, and later when I ask you to again open your eyes, then at once look at the image of the deity. If you have an image of Chakasambhara, you can look at that image, or you can actually bring to mind any other Yidam deity. It is not absolutely necessary, it doesn't have to be Chakasambhara, it can be another deity as well. And the deity, in the form of the deity, is just like a different pair of clothing. You're just changing your clothes. So whichever Yidam deity comes to your mind, bring that to your mind at once at that point, or just continue to visualize the syllable Hum. And the syllable Hum actually is the life force syllable of even 100,000 deities. And also that is actually on Rinpoche's t-shirt here, which is also the logo of the Jigong Kagyu lineage with the Hung in the center. And so some people might think that, or you're wearing that because you're biased towards the Jigong Kagyu lineage, but that's actually not the case at all. Actually, I like all the lineages just the same. But actually this logo represents much more than just a logo. It actually represents the basis, the path, and the fruition. The three symbols in one logo represent on the basis the three jewels, on the path the three roots, and on the fruition the three kayas. And that really encompasses all the different traditions or lineages. So in any case, now visualize the syllable Hum.
오늘 그저렇게 라리 잡고 잡고라 이제 이제 리사 마도마 하도 고마마도 리사 라는 데도 어디 그래나 타마도 다디도 지금 선대나 이런 다고사라 그걸 내가 찾고 이런 말이 그래서 다디는 선대들이 내가 그걸 doctorate 다고사람 다그랬더니 자동차로 좀 제가 찾고요. 우리 단체 하는 게도 소식이 나디데 총총이 결정되는 일이 몽통아 이 시간에 발생 속을 열고 그래 나디 있기는 자기가 맞아 그 사람은 주민이나 사람 사람하고 그래 주민이나 사람 같이나 이제 딱 봐야는 그니 변호로만 배제해서 사실도 구매해서 이렇게 보면 싸고 이런 거를 그래 이제 이사하지 마세 이제 대식님 보다 사이에 대해 이제 완전 뒤쪽은 대해서 뒤쪽 대고 나중이라 대고 이 상태 상태잖아 나는 갑자기 더 그러시다.
Then for the second point it says, second, if one's body, the king of deity, is not stabilized in the unchanging ground, the retinue of Dakinis will not assemble. Thus apply yourself earnestly in your body as the Yidam. So now we ordinarily, when we look at our body, we identify with the self. We have an ordinary self, a grasping mind. And for as long as we grasp at this ordinary self, we are unable to establish a connection to the pure Yidam deity, to the Sambhogakaya nature. So we need to first rid our mind of self-grasping in order to connect to the rainbow-like purulence of the Sambhogakaya Yidam deities. And so we let go of self-grasping and we visualize the Yidam deity. And so now when self-grasping, at least to some extent for a moment, is being eliminated, diminishes from your mind, then your mind that is free of self-grasping, then naturally your nature becomes the nature of the 5 wisdoms, the 6 paramitas, and so on. So it is the self-grasping mind that keeps the mind in darkness. For example, if you come into a temple and turn on the light, then you can clearly see everything that's in here. But if it's dark, then even though those deities and statues and so on are all in here, you still can't see it. So the mind must be clear in order for you to see the Yidam deity. And therefore first you develop this mind, this light of bodhicitta. And when that arises in your mind, then naturally your mind will be very clear and any deity can arise within such a state of clarity. And so it says here, stabilize in the, you visualize the body as a deity and it needs to be stabilized in the unchanging ground. The unchanging ground is the Buddha nature. So what this is saying here is that abide, remain within this unchanging nature, within your true nature. And that true nature is free of any concept of a self. So when there is no self, and you give rise to love, and there is no self, then naturally you're actually abiding in this unchanging ground.
진세네랑 이단 거래는 진심으로 홈트고 있는 쪽으로 이런 각하니 소리들이 오만하고 차반을 밤에들이 그 탑지로 탈송세 근데 그 탑지자 손은 이 차송상 내가 어디 홈트고 건
So now you can open your eyes and then bring to mind any Hidam deity, or just continue to meditate on the syllable Hong, and also think that from the sky a rain shower of syllables, Oma Hong, falls down from the refuge field in the sky, and these syllables then melt, dissolve into the entire universe and all beings. And think that the entire universe and all beings then become like forms of like rainbow light. And so then just continue to meditate on the syllable Hong.
내가 라마를 보고 말았어. 이다음에 하고는 전에 사업에 받을 따와들이 라마를 사업에 내주 요거 되 라마를 끄시요. 라마 끄선 거를 상태를 라마가 꼭 해드린 송마게 속상하게 네 라디오 가서 꼭 라마 송게다 통하고 되게 차대요. 되게 라마는 대부 가서들이 것은들이 대다로 차대는 뭐 이것이 봐야 그 양서 라마들이 라마들랑 신경을 봐. 그런데 저기 다 참이들이 라마 세들랑 신이 똑같이 정부에는 별로 쳐다마차 생쪽안에 나와서 뭐 이거서 뒤성뒤성들 라마를 참고요 해서 그때 라마 그게 제가 라마를 시고를 이 시고는들이 대통령 펜션 이 시고는들이 생주고 용기 펜션 내가 찾고 요래 뭐래서 무엇이가 이 시
And then next, after having practiced the Hidam deity, next we also develop devotion to the Guru, to the Lama, and that is because the blessings are received through the Guru. Now this is the lineage of practice and blessings, where we receive the blessings of recognizing the view, the nature of the mind, if we cultivate devotion to the Guru. So the lineage, this also is referred to as the close lineage. So we are attending to the Guru. We understand that within the Guru, on the basis, the three jewels are complete. That is, the form, the body is the Sangam, the speech, the Dharma, and the mind is the Buddha. Then on the path, the Guru also embodies the three roots. And here, the Guru's body is the Lama, the speech, the Hidam, and the mind, the Dakini. And then on the resultant, when you reach the fruition, on the result, the Guru also represents the three Kayas. And so actually there is four Kayas here. The fourth one is the essence Kaya or Svabhavika Kaya. So first, the Guru possesses those qualities of the three Kayas. And through practice, you realize that your own mind is inseparable from the Guru's mind. That is, when the two obscurations of your mind become purified, then your mind becomes the same as the Guru's mind. And when you realize that, then that is the fourth Kaya or the essence Kaya, the Svabhavika Kaya. And then all the qualities that the Guru possesses, then they all enter your own mind. They will become complete within your own mind. And so for that, and so that is just like your mind being like water that becomes completely purified. So for that to happen, it is necessary to fully trust the Guru. Also, for example, between two friends, trust is really essential. It is through trust that you're able to establish a connection to someone. And in a similar way, through connecting to the Guru with complete trust, the qualities of the Guru then will also enter your mind. So devotion here really means to fully trust the Guru. So then next think that in the sky before you appear the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and their consorts, representing the essential blessings of all the deities and conferring the empowerment which purifies. And that which is to be purified are the sentient beings, and that is our body. Our body consists of the 5 elements. And within our mind, there are the 5 afflictive emotions. And the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and their consorts, they represent the pure aspect of the mind appearing in the space before us. And they really represent bodhicitta. That is, when relative conventional bodhicitta arises, then it manifests as the 6 paramitas. And when ultimate bodhicitta arises, the afflictive emotions are transformed into wisdom. It is just like when wood meets with fire, then the wood also transforms into fire. So the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and their consorts that now appear in the sky before you, and they grant their stream of nectar-like blessings that then permeates the entire universe and all sentient beings. And so how this stream emerges is that the Dharmakaya nature is like space, and the Sambhogakaya is like rainbows or clouds in the sky. And then Nirmanakaya is like the rain falling down from the clouds. So this is how the stream of empowerment blessings emerges.
그리고 짜이로나서 강력한 그 작동 약속도 차서 항상 그래서 반대를 해서 자기를 원하는 표도들이 전체지 그래서 같은 아들이 라반을 묵고 사더니 상계 근데 계속 저기 세가선이 했는 사람이 가서 오늘하고 조금도 한번 건강에 또 당고도 세간 왕 양장도 들고 살래 이렇게 치모래 그래서 마피도 번째 부여래.
So then you will receive the vase water, the nectar, in your palm and drink about half of it, and the other half place it onto your crown, and think that the deities abiding in space, or those Buddhas, then confer empowerment to all beings. So there are as many empowerment deities then as there are beings who receive the empowerment. And so when you place the nectar onto your crown, think that it enters into your central channel and then pervades your entire body, all the channels in your body, and think that then your body becomes clear and empty like a rainbow. And so actually it's close to noon now, and also Rinpoche says we are not able to complete the empowerment before noon. So we will stop at the Guru devotion, and on your way out you will receive the base water. So receive the base water as you leave, but the empowerment is not finished yet. So I guess they're still discussing, but it seems like you're meeting again at 1:30 for complete the empowerment, right?
아까 왕편을 들어도 양식이라고 이제부터 그러니까 이제 번쩍 거기 피도 그거를 남자 왕하고 조사 말이 그래서 남는 남도 말도 빠른데 엄청 좋으니 그래서 강들이 딱하고 서로 통을 마세더니 저 야처럼 되게 속에 좀 큰 야처럼 되더니 잡으려는 거 따라하는 거 잡으려는 것도 이상해요. 족대 받을 그때다 계속 야걸면 가지고 참 들고 먹으러 이들 남나고 본저 물론 쪼세